Hope you're well today. This is second attempt from Malvern in Melbourne. For whatever reason, it didn't go right before when I tried. I hope you're all well, everyone. I can hear a tram coming. Sensors in the back of my neck. So there we go. We are standing on Glenferrie Rd, Malvern. That is one of the Melbourne trams you have just seen ahead. Okay, and we can hear me on my wrist. That is not good. There we go. So I am standing on Glenferrie Rd. We did do a stream a few weeks ago, a bit further down Glenferrie Rd. I am now doing this with my GoPro 13. Which is a lot more stable than before. Hello Michael, really good to see you. I hope you are well. I think you're the one that's going to really like where I'm about to take you. So I hope you did get everything you needed to sorted at work. Yeah, no trams, no peace. Malvern train station is just ahead of us here, and there's a really nice bridge where we should be able to see trams on one side and trains on the other. So I will try to take us for a little bit of a walk down there as well. It has been a little bit of chaos getting here today. So Michael, let me know if you did get work sorted. I hope the check boxes were ticked and you've gone back to a sense of normality. Hello Harvinder. Oh, I can hear a train. So that's a train underfoot there, everyone, and we are going to get a good look at that in a second. So this is Station Street, Malvern, just here. Straight ahead is Dandenong Road, which is also known as Princess Highway, which is our longest road in Australia. You can take that road around the entire country and it sticks as close to the beach as possible. So every Australian has the dream of hitting the road and spending 3 months doing that, and it is looking highly likely that I'm about to do it. I have had a very stressful, traumatic week. I've spent about a week in shock, which is why I haven't streamed, and it's looking like a pretty good option. So you never know, we may do a 3-month tour of Australia. So this is Malvern Station just here. Not yet. Oh, that's really frustrating for you, because I imagine you've been trying to get that sorted for a few weeks. So let me just make sure I got the station in focus for you here. And I'll at least wait until we see a couple of trains. So they would normally come through here every few minutes. So it's really only going to be a matter of time. Hello Piggy News Network, really good to see you. It is, it's a top of 20 today. So it is warm. That's probably the best way of putting it. Here's a train, okay. So a lot of the trains go straight through this station, some will stop. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute so we can at least hear the train. It will load customers up first, or passengers I guess you call them in this instance. Let's get as close as we can. So this is for all of the rail fans out there, and I know there's a few of you. I will do some time lapses of trams and trains and more traffic and stuff like I did in the past. Yeah, okay, I'm going to be quiet. I love that little digital pop sound they make on the rails, and it goes pop at one point. So yeah, they're redeveloping up here. This used to be the Angel Hotel on the corner, but it's all been pulled down, and they've had the big works going here for quite a while. So you will have seen me do a couple of traffic videos on Dandenong Road. So that was a couple of kilometres up the road. No, don't fall. Exactly. So there. Oh, I can hear another signal. Let's wait for this next train. Might get one going the other way. So that train we just saw was headed to the city, whereas when they come the other direction, they'll be headed out to a few different areas. There's a terminus station, the next station up, which is Caulfield. So you'll have multiple train lines all meeting up there. Okay, I can hear one. I'm going to be quiet. It is partly a tourist area. It is still very close to the city. Oh, maybe I'm hearing things and there is no train. Oh no, that's a horrible place to be, Michael, when you're at that out of money, no food and half a tank. Life becomes desperate. I have learnt with time that having money in the bank account is way better than what I could buy with it, because it alleviates stress, and I don't think there's any stress in the world like financial stress. It's a very hard thing for us to deal with. So I do hope that that rectifies itself for you as soon as possible. I think I was hearing stuff. I think I'm hearing phantom trains. So I might actually walk us down to the train station. It's quite a pretty station. It's a here's a tram. Very good example of our architecture. So that tram is not in service. It'll be heading straight down to the Malvern tram depot, which is really just a little bit further up the road where I would have taken you past last time. Yeah, it's a really hard place to be mentally, and you start doubting all your previous choices too, and you start, you know, going, oh, well, if I knew this was going to happen, I wouldn't have done X, Y, and Z, and it really messes with us, and it's one thing that'll very much keep us awake at night, is what I have learned from it. So what I will do, instead of sitting here waiting, is I'll take us down to the station. There's quite a lot of nice little shops down here. I used to own a house in this area quite a while ago, and I don't think I've actually been past the station in a good, well, this side of the station, other than passing through it on a train, in quite a long time. So do let me know if there's anything in particular anyone wants to see, and I will do as much as I can to make it happen for you. So there's that crane an elevator you were looking at before. And you can see here it's a real mix of plants. We have palm trees and trees. Oh, let's see if we can see it through here. There's the crane. I'm a little too far away to catch that one. Yeah, and I think not doubting the change you make is important. It's been, I'm sure, very frustrating that there's been a couple of roadblocks put into place, and you will have made decisions based on that too. Hello Johnny, really good to see you here. Let me see if I can quickly add you in. There we go. I'm at least in the right account today. So welcome again to Melbourne, Australia. I'm just walking down towards the Malvern train station, and we'll get you some trains. It does have, as I was saying before, a lot of our really nice red and yellow stone that is quarried here, and a lot of our main buildings like Flinders Street Station are built of this, and it's one of those things that's very iconic for Australia. We really love this red and yellow stone, and this station's a really, really good example of that. Hiccups, that's a good way. There's another train that I can't see. No, we can't get that one. Unfortunately, we're slightly out of viewing range. Hiccups is a good way to put it, because they do pass. And some of us have this weird habit when we hiccup and burp at the same time. Okay, so we should at least be able to see a little bit better from here. So that gives you an example of a lot of that red and yellow stone I was talking about. And all the platforms will also have a yellow line that you are meant to stand behind until a train comes in. Here's a train, because you can fall. So there we go. We might as well wait for this one to depart, and then I'll show you the station a little bit better. So I hope everyone's had a really good week. Mine's been trying, to say the very least. Hello, Cat on the Barbie. Really good to see you. So they're normally pretty quick to offload customers or passengers. Another Melbourne train. And if my memory is correct, Johnny, were you in Canada as well? I like to remember where everyone is. I won't necessarily remember the city, but I will always try to remember the country and the vague area. So there's all this cast iron work you'll get all around here as well. All the lampposts will be similar. So yeah, thank you. It's been a very hard week, but that's why we're here, to try to distract ourselves a little bit from all of the craziness. So I don't think we're going to see too much more down here. It'd be nice if another train comes now. And what about now? Oh, I can hear a train. Okay, so we're about to have a train come from the city direction, is what that's saying. There's a Frankston train coming. So let's at least wait till this one arrives, and we can say we've seen a few trains. And you've probably gone slightly into shock as well, Michael. Stuff like that just throws us. And sometimes it can be a real juggle to get to these points, and then little things really throw us. So hopefully it's just a minor hiccup and it passes. Thank you very much, Pug. And it is a nice area here. I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Okay, train about to depart over here, so we'll at least show you that. So that's Johnny Cash. I have a few versions of that. That's Folsom Prison Blues. I will sing more of that in a minute when the train keeps moving. And you've probably been left with... I see the trains are leaving off to Melbourne, just stopped at Malvern to get some more on board. They are a metro train that you see here, via City Loop off to Flinders Street. there you go. And I can tell you, after having quit smoking for a long time, my bottom note's getting a bit shaky. The gravel's gone out of my voice, but that low note I'm struggling to hit. So hopefully I've been rewarded by a little bit more of a upper range too. So he, I know, has been in Sydney over the weekend, and he unfortunately lost a pet yesterday. So he'll be back at work, and I dare say not in the happiest of moods. So, but he will definitely be at work at the moment. So there you go, everyone. That was just a quick look at the station in Malvern. A couple of minor birds here. There's always birds. So that's not the Australian myna, that's the imported Indian myna, which we get a lot of birds of. There's more myna birds in the world than anything. So, and you can see in the little building over here attached to the station, it's very much got that Art Deco style of architecture with the different types of stone and stuff, which is really pretty. So this is Claremont Avenue just here. I used to own a house not too far down that way. And a very nice pine tree here, which has just got the sun poking through. So we are going to take the back street down this way, so I can talk a little bit more freely with you as we go. Hello Al, really good to see you. I hope you are well. I've got the tail end of the cherry blossoms out there. Welcome to Malvern in Melbourne, Australia. I'll show you what I mean here. So the last of the blossoms are coming out and all of the green starting to come back. So this normally happens in the first few weeks of spring, whereas prior to that it just would have been all blossoms. So I hope you have been well. Life, it seems to fade away, drifting further every day, getting lost within myself. Nothing matters, no one else. I have lost the will to be, simply nothing more to give. Hello Road, really good to see you. I hope you are well. That was a little bit of Metallica for everyone. Let me know if anyone does have any particular songs or anything like that, because it's quite fun to walk and sing, and I'll do the best I can from memory. I was thinking of this song last night, which I haven't sung for quite a while, and I'm still intrigued to see if I can remember the lyrics. So this is Dying on the Vine by Cale, who was a member of the Velvet Underground and heavily involved with Andy Warhol and that whole set. So here we go. I've been chasing ghosts and I don't like it. I wish you told me where to draw the line. I don't know you could tell everyone back home I'm doing fine. I was with you down in Acapulco, trading clothing for some wine, smelling like an old adobe woman, and William Burroughs paying for lost time. But I was thinking about my mother, bitch. I was thinking about what's mine. I was living my life like a Hollywood, but I was dying dying on the vine. You can see through all that noisy chat. Troops in the authorities say my papers are all in all. And if I wasn't such a coward, I would run. Meet me when all the fighting's over. Meet me on the other side of town. Yes, you can bring all your friends along for protection. It's always nice to have them hanging around. And I was thinking about my mother. Bitch! I was thinking about what's mine. I was living my life like a Hollywood, but I was dying on the vine. There we go, I remembered it. So that's Dying on the Vine by John Cale with a couple of slight additions. So let me just quickly show us this beautiful plant here and catch up with the chat. So this is some geranium. Drought and frost tolerant, which is one of the reasons you'll have them all over Italy and the Mediterranean. Okay, so you got more good. It's been a while since I've seen you smile, but now you've come back again. Came into my world and you saw my face. You asked me how long it's been. A year, you said as you shook your head. Been surprised it's gone on that long. Baby, 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 bitch, I'm better now, please fuck off. Baby, 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 bitch, I'm better now, please fuck off. How once they used to say, how beautiful, how kind. You're perfect, you've got nothing to hide. But I, for one, have seen the sun and the bitch that you locked up inside. Got fat, got angry, started hating myself. No birthday boy for you, babe. Now skinny and sick and paranoid, without a cent to my name. Baby, 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 bitch, sink back into your hole. Most beauty I've seen, it comes from a dream, but I can't close my eyes anymore. No, I can't close my eyes anymore. So that was Baby Bitch by Ween, which is the song that Pug would have been talking about. Yeah, I do remember when Nate was in Ontario. Ontario's like a box of chocolates. Okay, how so? Hello, soul sister, really good to see you. Hey, sister, soul sister, hey, sister, soul sister. Okay, so this is where we started before. We're just coming up on. So we've just come back to Glenferrie Road, and I am going to walk us back down the other way, and hopefully we'll find ourselves some more trams. We all get very good at hearing the ding-ding noises from a distance here and knowing there's a tram coming. Okay, so I am just going to wait for a sec because there is one about to come our way. You want another bitch song? Okay, let me think of what other song has bitch in it. Can anyone else think of it? If you let me know, I'll do my best. If not, I'll make one up. You got Crazy Little Thing Called Love, but I don't think that's quite the same. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? I enjoy them too. So we've got a tram about to come our way. Thanks, Al. I really appreciate it. If not, I might dive into some of the Dead South. That's probably got a little bit of the overtones there. In How I'll Be in Good Company does. So here's another tram. Oh, yeah, I know the song you mean. And it goes like, I'm a bitch, I'm a mother, I'm a child, I'm a lover, I'm a singer and a saint. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 dun dun. You know you won't have it any other way. I can't think of what the song is. I've got a funny feeling it's Shania Twain, but I could be wrong. So we are back on Glenferrie Rd, Malvern. Someone could give me a time check would be great, just for how long I've been streaming for, because when I'm in my GoPro I don't see half of the stuff I used to see, so I can't see the chat, I can't see numbers or anything like that, so 28 minutes, thank you. Okay, so I can probably go for definitely a bit longer. So I'll take you back into the more densely populated area of the street. And see if I can spot us any street up. So from memory, there isn't a huge amount in this area. Pug-faced media, I missed it out. Autumn Fest was last week, I think next one might be the Christmas parade. You should come out and see Santa. Roadhog Kennel says about 45 minutes. Minutes is correct. Okay, that was not the best song in the world. There's a little bit of the Kookaburra tune. I think we all have a weird concept of time. Mine's getting worse as I get older. Used to be that everything would take 5 minutes, now it takes an hour. Used to be able to get anywhere in 20 minutes and now it takes several hours. It's kind of how it goes. So we should hopefully have some more trams coming up in the not too distant. So I have noticed that since I've been down here last, a lot of the food places have closed down, become gyms or smoothie bars. There tends to be smoothie bars everywhere, and not cheap smoothies. Road hard candles, my concept of time sucks. Mine gets a bit loopy when I'm stressed. I run around like a headless chicken, wondering what I was looking for. Where did I leave my stupid coffee cup? That sort of thing. And I'm sure we all know that. Now this is Wattletree Road just ahead, which also have trams going down it too. So hopefully on this intersection we'll see quite a few. And I'll definitely go get myself some coffee after this. Yeah, good idea. What do they say? Variety is the spice of life. So there's more of our lovely Art Deco style architecture here. So it's one of the old bank buildings. And you see like the building over there too. They're all really nice Art Deco facades. So it's very nice. So this is Wattletree Road just here. I'll do a quick tram check.
Oh yeah, so you wanted to catch up with it yesterday, didn't you?
No, I can't see any. So, corner of Glenferrie Road and Wattletree Road. It's going to be Christmas before we know too. We'll like blink and it'll be Christmas. And then I'll blink and it'll be my birthday, and then we'll blink and it'll be Christmas again. It's pretty much how it goes. I find as I get older, life is nothing but a succession of Sunday nights. And I think that's the same concept, but magnified. The only other song I can think of with bitch in it is one of the Hard Road songs. It just has a line that goes bitch, and we all join into that one. And I'm sure there's a lot that people add words themselves to. I think there's probably a lot of that. Okay, we've got another tram coming here, so I'm just going to wait until the tram arrives. Yeah, spider web of... Yeah, they are. So, and that's because of the trains to trams. So here you've got so many trams. I'll give you a bit of a... So that's all of the power for the trams as well as the tram tracks. And you get this real spider webbing of stuff because of that. Oh, tram, this way. There we go. Double trams. Okay, let's see if I can film this one well enough and get both of them. I've got one behind me as well, waiting to pull into the station. We'll just stop. go, we got them both. Yeah, I haven't made it to Korea yet. I'll get there one day. It's not too far from us. Australia is technically part of Australasia, they call it, so we're very close to South Asia. So it's what we'd call a good cheap holiday. Whereas I think for yourselves, you've got to, you know, a lot of you will have to travel halfway around the globe to get there, whereas for us it's a few hours on a plane, so it does make it a little bit easier when we have a huge amount of international students here from Asia as well for that reason. So in the past, a lot of them would go and study in the UK and in America, but now so many of them come here. Yeah, we have a lot of alfresco dining here. It was always a big Melburnian thing, and it got a lot more so when lockdown happened. And at that point, they kind of caught up with all of their footpath trading registration and stuff like that. So a lot of people, given the choice, will sit out on the street. It's like that all through Europe. France, Italy, many countries all have their outdoor dining, which is where we will have got a lot of it from. Up until recently, Melbourne was the second most cosmopolitan city in the world behind New York. So we have a huge mix of different people and cultures and everything here as well. And to a large degree it works. There we go. So, and assumingly, you know, it has to be in Korea. There's not many other places you could be. So, there's our taxis. Hello! There we go, we got a hello from one of the cars. There's the first. This has changed hands since I was here last. This used to be a really good deli, but I think it's all become something entirely different now.
Well, I don't.
And my favourite place for cheesecake is just here, but it got so expensive last time I went in that it's kind of gone off the list. Which is Glick's across the road. It's a really good bakery. Yeah, we don't get bobcats here. So, oh my God. So I just got a text from someone going, we're a social research company. We might call you to do a survey. It's like, bugger off. You call me in 5 minutes and I'm going to yell at you. That's pretty rude of the telemarketers, letting you know ahead of time they're about to bombard you. And it's partly because no one answers their phone calls anymore. And so no. So what that translates to is, please sit by your phone and wait for us. No. Please answer the call when you see an unlisted number. No. It's amazing to see more of the Art Deco around here. It is a really Art Deco area, and it is starting to get a bit warmer, so I'm going to have to go and drop my jacket in the not too distant. And there's always pigeons. Correct. Farm chill time, I call it. Okay, I can see one tram just rounding the corner up ahead, and I think we're probably out of trams for the time being. So I'll keep walking. Yeah, there's always pigeons, Pug. Okay, so here we go. I'll just give you a bit of a look at where we are. So we've walked down here to the station. We started here, we've gone down here, up there, down here, and back up here. So that's what we've done. Hello, Adjust Your Focus. Really good to see you. I hope you are well today. Yes, I am. I'm on Glenferrie Rd in Malvern at the moment. We've been watching some of the trams and trains. There is another tram behind me, which I will show us. And then in the not too distant, I will leave us here. Just because I'm starting to get rather warm. So it is a nice sunny day, and it has finally just taken that cold chill out of the air, which we've had all morning. Okay, so here comes our tram. I hope you are healing up well. It is. It's we're only in the beginning of spring here too, so it's been very wintry weather in the last few days. Like it was 4 degrees overnight. So there we go, another Melbourne tram. I know you call them something different in America, but they're trams for us. ANZ is the Australia New Zealand Bank. Westpac's another one of our banks. And then Coles is one of our big price gouging supermarkets that everyone's very unhappy with at the moment, including myself. Yeah, we also have this tram network is the oldest operating tram network in the world. So we have had trams running as part of our public transport continually for longer than anyone. And a good chunk of the inner city traffic is dealt with by trams. And the trams will normally get you to a train station. When you get out into the more outer suburbs, you need to start relying on buses. Well, you'll get a few of them here. Yeah, and we'll have like street sweepers and cleaners that'll go up every day, which will be one of the reasons the streets are so clean. So we did go for a walk down here last time. And we do take a lot of pride in our that too. So partly the reason the streets are so clean is, as you're probably noticing, every 20 metres, 50 metres, you've got a rubbish bin and a recycling bin as well. So one of the main reasons that we keep things clean is giving people places to actually throw their rubbish, whereas so many other countries, they don't have enough rubbish bins. That's a really nice facade on that tapas building across the road. They've done a really nice mosaic. Yeah, I know, right? And this is one of the streets which slowed to 40 kilometres an hour down the whole street, which is to keep traffic a lot slower. It speeds up to 60 in some more of the slightly residential areas of it. So it's one of those areas that unless you're coming here, you avoid, and you can normally not park for more than an hour. So that's one of the things that's really killed a lot of the strip shopping centres here like this, and why everything's moving more into your American mall style arrangement is very much for that reason. So, okay, I don't think we have anything else coming that way. Our homeless situation is getting really bad too. Currently we have such a bad problem with the rental market that around Victoria, which is the state that I'm in, there is not one single property available for anyone that's on the benefit or a single parent or anything like that. So there's going to be a huge flood of more homelessness happening in the not too distant future. The largest area of growing homelessness in Australia is middle-aged menopausal women like myself. So we have a major problem with it, and a lot of the hotels are full of people that get some degree of crisis accommodation through them as well, but there's nowhere near enough of that available too. So we have a massive problem with it, and the rents have gone up 40% since the beginning of lockdown, and it's really it's going to be pretty devastating for a lot of people. So, oh really? Wisconsin, see, all I know them for is cheese. So there you go. So what else is Illinois, sorry, what else is Wisconsin known for other than cheese? I'm assuming there is a lot of farmland, so you've probably got a lot of other produce and stuff like that. See, more sushi, more frozen yogurt, you know, and more sushi and more frozen yogurt. This is the Malvern tram depot just here, and we do have a tram coming. So let's at least get this little baby before we head back the other direction. Yeah, and that's exactly it too. When you don't have enough supply, the prices go through the roof. So a lot of them now have it so you can't increase more than 10% per annum on rentals, but so much of it was running out of control for so long that it's it never really got dealt with. So here we go, this is the number 16 tram that'll head down to St Kilda Beach and then turn and head all the way into the city down Swanston Street until it gets to Melbourne University. So they often change drivers and stuff here, which is what you're just seeing. There's a song that goes with that, Pug. Ladies a tram. Okay, so we'll just wait for this one. Zombie, 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 hey, hey, it's in your head, in your head. That's what I think of when you say cranberries. Glorious tram, followed by someone with loud music, which is usually the way it goes in Melbourne. So there we go. What was the other cranberry song? I think it was Linger. Did you have to let it linger? Did you have to, let it linger? Okay, and one more tram coming this way. Yeah, I know you've got a huge problem with it there, like huge problem, probably one of the biggest in the world, and you've got such a fast growing population too. Like I think you've exceeded China population-wise recently. So the trams here, and I'll explain that in a second. I'll just let this one go past, and I'm going to do us a video on our little MyKey terminals and how our public transport works. Yes, Dolores, that's the one from the Cranberries. And then so there we go. So Melbourne Public Transport, we work on a MyKey tickets. And I did do a little short on my walking channel of what the MyKey terminals look like. So generally they work on a 2-hour or all-day ticket. So you'll touch on, and if you've been on for longer than 2 hours, that'll automatically charge you for a daily. A 2-hour ticket I think is roughly $4.50 at the moment, and a daily is roughly $10, but that's for a full fare. So senior citizens get free public transport every Sunday, and anyone with a concession card will get 50% off those prices. So it's actually way cheaper than a lot of our other capital cities. Like Sydney is very expensive, but then Brisbane recently have brought in every single public transport fare is 50 cents, and they did it as a trial for a little while, and they decided it was so successful that they were going to make it permanent. So as a general rule, it's actually cheaper to get public transport than it would be to pay for the petrol and or the toll. So a lot of our roads, if you want to get into the city quickly, have all become toll roads. So it's very it's a lot easier, and that way you don't have to pay for parking and everything like that on top of it. So this is a bird of paradise plant here, which are all in flower, which is very pretty. And this is some of our other Australian natives here. I think that's a Banksia, but I could be wrong. You know, bit of bee on bird of paradise. Why not, hey? And motorbikes are a lot easier for a lot of people for that reason. They're so pretty, these birds of paradise. And you can probably see from looking at them why we call them this. You'll get a lot more of these in the tropical areas than you do here, but they do tend to grow quite well in Melbourne. So once they take, they keep going forever. So we're going to walk down the back way here, back behind the supermarket. And I hope you have enjoyed your little walk around Malvern with me. It is a very nice suburb. I did own a house in this area for quite a while, so it is nice to come and revisit some of the past areas and see how much they've changed with time. Yeah, and the problem is, and I know this is a similar issue you have with California, is that it has to be drought tolerant for summer and frost resistant for winter, and that's a very hard thing to do. So that's often a reason why it's always better to plant natives in your garden, because they're perfectly suited to the conditions you have. Whereas a lot of us like to think we can grow whatever we want, and it doesn't always work that way. I know, right? It's funny how quickly all of this goes. And I have been recording the walk on my phone, so let's see how many steps we've done so far. So, not on my phone, on my watch. Let's see, we've done 3,000 steps so far. There we go, we've worked 3,000 steps, 3.23 kilometres. We have walked so far since I started this stream. So there we go. For a lot of you that do like walking and stuff, I am going to try to, you know, put at the end of this, and we did, you know, 2,000 steps or 3,000 steps. And you can visually tell yourself you've been for a mental walk. I did like 3,500 steps around the computer with my eyeballs. So here's another one of those, the same colouring in the architecture. So this is a toy library. We get a lot of toy libraries here where you can come and exchange toys and stuff like that instead of having to buy new ones. There is a little pop-up park here too, so I'll show you the little mural here as we walk past. I know. Hello funny IRL clips, really good to see you. I know, right? And this is part of the beauty of this, is that when you're doing something like this, you're not conscious of the fact that you've been walking so far. So you finish and you will walk more than you would have had you not been doing this. That's probably the best way of putting it. So here we go. There's a little mural here that's got some of the Australian natives. So we've got a kangaroo, a platypus, a bird, and up the top we've got a koala. So there we go. There's a nice little mural. And all of the tables here are all painted in different colours, which is quite nice. So we've got a wisteria there. So wisteria does grow really well in Australia. You'll get quite a lot of them around. And when in doubt, lots of colour. So we are now coming down the back of the Coles. I showed you just before. Hello Wattletree, I'm really good to see you. Another Canadian in the house. We've got a few of us. Well, I'm not from Canada, but there are a few Canadians with us at the moment. So if any of you haven't seen Wattletree before as well, really talented musician, I thoroughly recommend you check it out. Builds a lot of his own synths as well, and does some really, really cool stuff under the name of Pseudoscience. The music's really cool. I really enjoy it. So I know there'll be quite a few of you here that will thoroughly enjoy that as well. So if someone could post the link in, would be great. How did you get a membership? Funny IRL clips. Okay, so one of the things that they allow on YouTube now is for people to gift memberships. So Paul, Train Simulator Driver, when he was in the chat recently, gifted 5 memberships, and you were one of the people that received it. So that's how that happened. And when I gifted my last one in Paul's, it went to Michael, who's with us now, which is good. So we can't control who they're gifted to. It's normally who has been in the chat or who has the option turned on to allow free gifts. So that's how all of that works, and it gives you a month's free membership. And I will be doing I normally try to do every week or two member only streams, and I do a lot of member only videos and stuff like that. So I will get a lot more of that done in the next week. It's just been a bit of a crapper of a week. I think we all have them occasionally. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Adjust your focus. Very much appreciated. And look, I think what I'm trying to show you more than anything here is just how many beautiful trees there are. So even though we're in a really built up area that's very close to the centre of Melbourne, there's trees everywhere. Every street has grass down the side. There's little parks everywhere. It's a really beautiful city, and Melbourne won the most livable city in the world for many, many years for this reason. One of the reasons we have lost that is it's become so expensive. So with all of the prices going through the roof and everything like that. So normally I put out probably 4 or 5 member only videos a week. I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So I'll do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. More extended videos of the cats and stuff like that. And I often do a lot of music practice in the member only streams, and I'm a lot more relaxed because they're not a strict public stream where you don't know who's looking and stuff like that too. So I always find they're quite a bit of fun. Occasionally Pug will join me in the member streams and we'll, play a bit of music. We are very much trying to get back into the habit of doing that, and that's been me. I cannot say that Pug's been the deterrent here. I've had such a hard year that a lot of our streaming and music has kind of just fallen by the wayside for that reason. But it will be happening again, and part of all of this and getting the new setup is so I can do that. I'm no longer living on my own too, so it is really hard to find time to stream when I've got someone else to be aware of. They play the piano for about 4 hours a day too. So hello Miguel, really good to see you. Let me pronounce that right. Federa Iloilo Miguel. Buongiorno, come sta? Va bene. I am actually half Italian, so I can slightly get the pronunciation, hopefully vaguely right. I know that Pug did a stream of very fun wrestling stream recently. Oh, there you go. It's really, really nice music, so I thoroughly recommend it. I thoroughly recommend it. And Australians and Canadians tend to get on very well. We have a somewhat similar sense of humour, and I can use all my Trailer Park Boy quotes that most people don't understand. And my Mighty Boosh quotes. So you probably know what I mean when I say I've got free range kiddies. Okay, here we go. So this is one of our, whenever we get alcohol, we go to Dan Murphy's, which is just here. I'll show you the outside of it. So Dan Murphy's is one of our big chains, like a discount alcohol, I guess is probably the best way to put it. So, and I know you'll have many of these things under different names wherever you are. Yeah, it was really wild. It was just kind of as wild as watching all of those helicopters suck up the water to put the fires out. That I found really interesting. And I do love it when this happens, by the way, and you get the trees meeting in the middle. You do get that in a lot of the areas here. So the bush, I'm a big Mighty Bush fan. See, I believe in life. Everyone wants to be Vince, but in reality they're secretly Howard. And I think we're all a little guilty of that. Oh my god, I love the Mighty Bush. Soup, a tasty soup, a spicy carrot and coriander, chili chowder, crouton. I am a crunchy soup. Oh, I am a summer soup. Oh, miso, fighting in the dojo. Miso, Oriental Prince in a land of soup. There you go. That was from the Mighty Bush. There probably is, and that will have what's been ordered to close early. They've been having a lot of restrictions in that area, I guess, for a better way of putting it. So we are just coming down the back of Glenferrie Road, and what you'll find in a lot of these strip shopping centres is they'll have little car parks and stuff down the outside, so people can actually park up. Particularly when there's only 1 hour parking in the other areas, doesn't leave you a lot of time to do shopping and stuff like that. And in the past we would have potentially left our car here and then jumped on a train into the city, whereas that's not such a possibility anymore. The angry crab of trapped wind. Oh my god, yes. I'm all Greg. So I saw Weird Al Yankovic a couple of years ago. I've seen him a few times live, and he ended the show with a crimp, and I was incredibly impressed. But I did the worst possible thing that anyone in that instance could have done, and I screamed out at the top of my lungs, I'm old Greg. And a few of you will get that, but I was quite impressed that he'd actually managed to pick up on crimping and had done his own little version of it. So that was a lot of fun. You want to have a picnic at a car park? We can probably arrange that, Pug. And like anywhere in Australia, there's always random stuff down the side of the street waiting for someone to pick up. Okay, I'm just going to walk us down to Wattletree Road just ahead here. We'll do one last tram check and we'll probably leave it there. There are some, I've always liked these little apartments up ahead that have got the Art Deco design and colouring and stuff. So a lot of these would have gone in the 1940s, and then they all kind of became ugly industrial concrete, and now they've become reflective glass is kind of how all of our property has changed. And often in these outdoor areas too, you'll have these little outdoor heaters, which makes it really good in winter. So that way it doesn't matter so much what time of the year it is, you can still sit out the front and enjoy food. After you left. Oh, and it does smell nice. It's a nice little bakery. Okay, there is a tram coming ahead. So this is Wattletree Road. This is the number 5 tram line. This one here will be heading into the city. Because they're the ones that are single, Pug. Okay? They're the ones that are single. And I can be a bit scruffy at the best times too. So there's a part of that that isn't necessarily, you know, always gender specific. See, doona. Doona is what you would call a comforter or a quilt. We call it doona, which I think is a far better word. It was originally a brand name that stuck. So it's like a quilt that's full of feathers, and they do well in winter and in summer because we get incredibly hot in summer. Oh, there you go. Oh, well, you'll understand the Aussie humour very well. We're all kind of slight rat bags. And we all go with the joke. Whatever it is, we'll run with it. So here we go. One last tram shot as it pulls away. Hello! Yeah. So on that note, we're going to take one little last jaunt down a bluestone alleyway. So instead of a yellow brick road, it's a bluestone one. And as you'll also see, we always have these little laneways and stuff down the back of everywhere too. So you don't always have to walk the main streets. You can normally duck down the back in some capacity. So on that note, I want to thank you all for joining me today on my little explore of Malvern, a suburb in Melbourne that I like a lot. We've seen trains and trams and a lot of cars. So until I stream next time, I'll see you all then. I thank you for spending some time with me today. I need to go and strip off a layer of clothes, 'cause that sun's getting hot and the sweat grows. Yeah, I've definitely lost my lower note. See, that's what happens, everyone. Quit cigarettes for 2 years and you can no longer sing with gravel in your voice. That will come back. So I will definitely be doing more of the tram and the train bridges and stuff like that. One of the beauties of the GoPro is that I can do time lapses through it too. So I'm gonna go and, you know, stand above the freeway and stuff like that and get some really nice time lapses. I find time lapses really interesting. So we will definitely be doing more of that. And I will definitely get you into Melbourne City in the next couple of days too, because there is certainly a lot to see around there. Hello Mollywog, really good to see you. Thank you very, very much. So Fedara Helio Miguel says, guys, they made Disney Electrical Sky Parade Halloween twist. And Mollywog says, nice boys. Puckface Media at Ilio Miguel. I'll sub you and check it out. Sounds very, very cool. And I will do that too. Okay, on that note, everyone, or I'll keep walking around singing, and we've run out of really nice, pretty scenery. So until next time, have a really good day, everyone.